Okay, so this is pretty funny. This is a old little gem, little hidden treasure here. It's a old Young Turks clip from 2010 where they they tried to do video game reviews, and geez, boy, did that backfire. There's a reason you don't see Young Turk video game reviews anymore. And this one's of Bioshock, and it's the one and only Chunk Uger or whatever his name is, and some guy. And this is just cringe. Let's roll it.
All right, so Wes, today we're going to review
Look at
Bioshock
Shank
2.
though. Like he like actually has a neck. This is some vintage stuff right here. I mean, this literally looks like it's from like 94. It's freaking 2010 though. Anyway.
Bioshock 2, first-person shooter game. It's basically you're a big daddy, which is a big dude in a diaper.
You're a big daddy. Shank doesn't even know what the hell he's talking about. Just,
who goes to this underwater city called Rapture, which is based on like Ayn Rand type. You know, in the first game, it was all about Ayn Rand's philosophy of the self, and in this one, you're against people who are into like the group. And it's all like a 1930s and 40s kind of Art Deco look to it.
And let me just say, I'm sorry about the audio, guys. That's not on my end. Yeah, even for 2010, that audio is terrible. But let's continue.
Out and destroyed, and you basically run around this underground environment, freezing people and then shooting them, lighting them on fire, hitting them with a drill, picking up little tiny possessed girls and deciding whether or not you're going to rip them open.
Oh, God. Yeah, Shank does not like the whole ripping girls open thing. I mean, to be fair, this guy's like kind of trying to be a little edgy here, I feel like, but anyway.
Or rescue them.
Yeah, there's some element to this that I'm a little uncomfortable with. First of all, the character's name is Big Daddy.
Big Daddy.
I don't think his name is actually Big Daddy, okay? I'm just saying. I didn't play Bioshock 2. I played Bioshock 1. Yeah, it was an amazing game. I mean, yeah, the jumpsuit guys, they were called Big Daddies, but I don't think your character's name is literal Big Daddy. That's kind of dumb. But anyway.
Second of all, it keeps ripping off little girls' heads. Is anybody else getting spooked out, or am I?
And did you actually rip little girls' heads off in Bioshock? From what I recall, you just like took a slug out of them. Again, this is just misinformation, but.
No, I gotta say, I thought it was a bit of a creepy game. I mean, the first one was too, but the first one was so different than anything.
Definitely a creepy game, though.
Like, wow, holy shit. The second one is just like a longer version of the first game in a lot of ways. Like, there wasn't that much new stuff that I saw, but it definitely hit the creep out aspect just as strong as the first one.
Okay, and you're underwater the whole time.
You're underwater, but you're not underwater. You're this guy. That's
Okay.
Big Daddy right now. He's walking around.
Big Daddy.
You got your rivet gun.
Big Daddy himself.
His hand right there has a shock to it, so he can stun people with it or electrocute them if they're underwater. And it's, you know, if you like poorly lit environments.
Oh, I love poorly lit
stuff
environments.
Constantly coming at you. This is a good game.
All about poorly lit environments.
Why are so many
Big
games
poorly
so
lit
poorly
environments.
lit? Does that add to the ambiance?
It adds to the ambiance. So you're going through it and you can't quite see what's coming at you. It's like, you know, first rule of horror movie making is it's scarier if you don't show it.
Right. What makes this better or worse than other games where you're going around with a gun and shooting people?
Yeah, just another game where you're just going around with a gun shooting people. That's entertainment.
Because it's more than just a gun. You're shooting a gun with this hand, but with this hand, you're throwing like fire, you're freezing people, you're unleashing a swarm of bees on them.
Badass.
Yeah,
manly,
there's
toxic
there's
masculinity.
A multiplayer version for this one, like there are with so many of the games.
By the way, I like how they just rip IGN's footage and then just commentate over it. I mean, I guess I'm just doing the same to them, but you know.
The multiplayer version was okay. It was definitely cool because it was more than just, you know, using a gun. You've got your gun and all your powers, but like really slow load times, graphically not as interesting.
Now, can you play against
can
other
you
players?
play
or
against-
only
No,
with them?
you can play against other players in the multiplayer version, which is like so
What
many
he just
other
said, Shank.
multiplayer things where, you know, there's a capture the flag version, there's kind of defend your zone versions, and then kind of last man standing and kind of team deathmatch type of stuff.
Team Deathmatch sounds good.
Yeah, it is good, but you know, this game, its strongest suit is its first person game, which
One
doesn't
player,
really add
single
that
player.
much from the first one.
So, in the end, I mean, would you suggest people get it, or if they already have Bioshock, it's probably good enough?
If you're a huge fan of the first game and you just completely got off on it and wish it was twice as long, get this game.
Okay.
Get this game.
Okay.
If you're not into it, if you're not into killing like, zombies and the kind of the dark storyline and everything else,
Yeah, whoa, that's just not for me. Okay, that's a little too much.
I wouldn't get it.
All right, how about if you don't have Bioshock? And should you get Bioshock or Bioshock 2?
No, get
That's a fair question. I'll give Shank that. That was a decent question.
Bioshock 2.
So in that sense, it's
Yeah,
definitely
no,
better.
look, these are all standalone games. You don't need to play the first one or anything else to play this one. Graphically, it's more advanced than the first one. You have more power
Oh, Shank is gonna love this part. Just wait.
than the first one. It's just kind of creepy.
Sank, Shank, Chunk. What? I don't even know his name.
Okay, there you go. Yeah, I know, but you know what?
Okay, see that little girl? That's
Yeah.
a little sister. And what she does is she runs around the environment. You got to carry her around unless you just rip her apart right there.
Okay.
And then she
Hold
sticks her
on.
with
Oh,
needles
whoa,
in
whoa,
dead
whoa, whoa,
people
whoa, whoa.
and drains out something called the atom, which is the power used to like buy new powers. So you can either rip her apart after she harvests it, or you can rescue her and be a nice guy. And if you rescue her and be a nice guy, like they leave you little teddy bears and stuff filled with new powers.
Yeah, Shank does not. He's not a fan of this. Just listen.
No.
No. Whoa.
There's something wrong with this game. The guy who
Yeah, there's clearly something wrong with this game. The people who made it, the people who play it, the people who get off to this shit.
came up with this game with Big Daddy and they're carrying around.
I mean, I'm pretty sure your name is not Big Daddy. That just sounds stupid. Okay, yeah, you play as a Big Daddy. If you know anything about Bioshock, whatever.
girls are ripping their heads off. No,
And no, you're not ripping anyone's heads off. Again, I don't know if this guy's just trying to be edgy here, but I don't remember ripping little girls' heads off. I mean, to be fair, I didn't play Bioshock 2. I played Bioshock 1, but
it's a little too much. It's a little over the top.
Yeah, no, I thought it was a little over the top too.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, oh yeah, I love to rip things apart. Yeah, badass, all that stuff. When Big Daddy's
Look,
like,
on the positive environments, when you freeze someone solid and then hit them with your drill and they shatter into
this looks like garbage, by the way. For 2010, this looks like literal public access television from 1994. And then just the audio. How are they content with that freaking hiss going on? Like,
pieces. It's pretty awesome.
yeah, I got no problems with that. That's definitely
You know.
badass. Okay, I'm
That's
in
bad,
on
yeah.
that, but I don't want to pick up girls and I don't want to rip their heads off.
No,
I don't think you
or
do
you'd be
that.
presented with the choice.
Yeah, no.
pretty sure you don't just pick up girls and rip their heads off in Bioshock. But hey, it's Young Turks. It's fake news. You don't need to give the facts.
I'm not buying this game. Okay.
Oh, Shank's not buying. He doesn't like the game. He's never played it, but he ain't buying.
Well, wait, which games have you bought?
Which games have you bought? Okay, cheeky.
None.
No games.
So check. This puts you in the same exact spot.
Well, he called Shank out on his bullshit right there. Right then and there.
as others.
All right. Okay. I mean, that's a lot of people go, "Oh, dude, give me like a score ranking."
And this is the part where he just kind of tries to agree with Shank right here, Stank or whatever. He kind of just like, yeah, I agree. This game, it's not that great. It's pretty creepy. I mean, you can tell he's just literally agreeing with him because he's the guy who, probably signs his paycheck.
1 to 10. I'm not going to give you a fucking 1 to 10 ranking. I just think it's not that great a game. Graphically, it's great. Technically, yeah, it's really proficient. But it just kind of creeps me out. And after several hours of getting creeped out, you're like, oh, enough.
All right, fair enough.
Pussy.
There it is. Final word.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, there's a reason you don't see Young Turk video game reviews anymore. Fucking cringe. You know what? I'll be the 400th dislike on this, but you look at the comments. I hate you. Oh, what's this? TYT did game reviews? Shank is in this video. Whoa! Worst review ever. It's like this guy literally just watched the trailer and reviewed the game based on that. Pretty much. It's annoying to hear Shank commentate on something he knows nothing about. Just like when Shank starts talking about what guns need to be banned. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. But yeah, kind of a kind of a funny little hidden treasure TYT gem here. Pretty cringy. Hope you guys like this video. Have more shit coming out soon. Peace.